Good day everyone and welcome to Exile News, the weekly show that brings you all the important news and informations on Path of Exile. And the first news this week has been a preview of the content update 2.5.1, which has been deployed later in the week. And this update included a lot of new divination cards, new 3D art and several bug fixes. We can see some of those things here. We can see some interesting cards, for example this Lingering Remnants, which have 16 stack, so I don't think if that's new, if that's the first one with so many cards, but still pretty interesting. It's also going to be probably very rare, since it's a Val temple map and it's also rare and corrupted, so definitely a crazy map for crazy people who can actually do that. There's some, or rather a lot of uniques and some interesting cards, for example this 6-link short bow with porcupine and a very nice flavor text over here. Some other very rare cards like the Saint's Treasure is going to be really rare because it gives you 2 exalted orbs. Also prophecies are starting to make it into cards. For example, you can get Monstrous Treasure from the Valley of Steel boxes card, so that's pretty interesting. And also some uniques from past bosses like Rigvald, which was introduced with Talisman. Not sure if you can get his uniques from the Rigvald-like fights in the high tier maps that are actually now available, but still it's interesting that you can get these specific kind of uniques. And also a little bit of a sneak peek into the new 3D art. You can see the axe, you can see the wings, these are for the challenges. You can probably see other piece of armor here, which I'm not recognizing, and also the Carnage set with again the axe. This image is goddamn cool. At the same time, it feels like I'm watching Instagram with all of the filters, and probably it's not as good as it is in game, but still really good stuff from the patch. We also got some statistics from the Breach League, which has been running for 3 weeks now, and you can see the number of domains completed for each of the 5 elements, and you can tell by the number of deaths that obviously Tools, which is the ice one, is the hardest one, and it's definitely the hardest one, especially for lowest levels. But even at higher levels, it's not just the ice, it's also the fact that you're kind of slowed everywhere, and also the fact that I feel there's a lot of physical damage in there, or red, but I'm not sure about that, but still a lot of death in there. And you can tell the Chayula domain is really fucking rare just by the percentage of the completed domains, and still more than half death compared to Ulnetl's, which is the physical one, which I guess once you have a bleed flask up, you're probably good to go. There's also some of the uniques which have been used. About the new uniques, the shield that gives you 100% accuracy is the top one used, definitely really strong. Also the flame axe, which Mathil was using, and the creep Arian also planned to use, was or is right there. Also some of the jewels which are used to make the minion build, the new minion build, are there as well, and some more uniques of course. And the top 10 primary skills used by players on character levels 80+, I guess this means combining hardcore and softcore league. We got Ancestral Warchief, which is a very safe choice. Orb of Storms, everyone's cursing through that. Flame Blast, because it's always a must. Decoy Totem, Blade Flurry, pretty low but still very high as well. And all of the other very strong things. And the top 10 uniques, just uniques, not the new uniques. So Energy from Within, because everyone is CI. Azir's Promise is pretty much good on everyone as well, beside pure chaos damage. Eye of Chayula, everyone is CI. Lion's Roar, because everyone is Blade Flurry, and so on and so forth. So it's always interesting to see some of these numbers and see how the leagues are going, which this time should be going better than ever. And the last news we got this week, because it's a short week, but still, it's about the talent competition, it's some highlights. we got a lot of submissions this time, and you can see some of those are musics. There's some here. I'll put a link in the description below. I cannot just play all of those here, but still there's also videos, so you can check some builds, you can check some fun stuff and all the kind of stuff. There's also some fan art, which is generally my favorite, because I don't know, I just prefer it when you can just look at it and feel great about it. But still, some 3D printed pieces. This must have taken quite a lot of time to be printed. And yeah, the fan art, this one is absolutely amazing. I really hope Act 5 has snow, and this fan art is definitely capitalizing on my interest from that. God damn it, it's cool. Even GGG used it as a header for this news, so there's a reason it's in here. There's also more art, some real life stuff made, and some written submissions. So if you actually like reading stories and these kind of things, definitely check this one out, because they are interesting. And I guess that was all for this week. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like and a comment down below. Also, if you want to remain updated every week, be sure to subscribe to my channel. So I'll take this occasion to wish you all a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, and I'll see you guys the next time.